decrees. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another great episode of the Mark and Will Show. And of course, you got your favorite two hosts of the most, Mark and Will. What's up, my brother?
What's going on with you, man? You doing all right?
Yes, sir. Hump day. Hump day.
Yeah, man. Hump day. It's all good. All
right.
Great stuff, you know. Almost Friday night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll check the schedule. Guess I might be going to Southern Indiana for a game. I thought it was in the home of the Bulldogs.
Right.
Indiana.
Right.
But I remember going there 2 years ago, so, you know, they go back and forth. So, it is what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They good, though, bro?
Absolutely. Yeah. Chilling, because, you know, my work day starts tomorrow.
Right. That big stuff.
Yeah.
That big dog stuff. Yeah, man.
That's a good day. Can't complain.
Right. Hey, if he dozes off, don't worry about that, though, man. Go on and get. If he dozes off, I tell you, it's not no drinks. It's nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, go on and pub your, your fam, your sisters. You know.
My sister just started her own little salad, little business thing. If y'all catch her name is Whitney Morris on Facebook. She's coming up with a name for everything and stuff. Now, once I get that, I'll let everybody know. But it's a great salad. So, if y'all want a salad, go support her. Whitney Morris on Facebook.
Yeah. He posted pictures. Look good. I said, dude, gonna be knocked out if he eat all this before he do the show. Jeez.
Oh, it has.
Jeez. Yes, sir. And hey, I'm glad you are doing it, Whitney.
Yeah.
I am so glad you're doing it because they ain't gonna sponsor us anyway. Old Charlie's and Applebee's are be shaming yourself on Dixie Highway.
What happened?
I mean, they slow. They
absolutely. Yes.
It's like,
I agree with that.
I
agree with that.
Yes. Get out of here with that, bro. I
totally agree.
Dude, if you ain't going to El Nepal, Texas Roadhouse, and Rooster, and Chick-fil-A.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, Andy's is quicker than them. Andy's at the little soupies. Right?
Yes.
Little soupy.
He said little soupy.
Man, ain't no bigger than there. They back there
Right.
find 1,000 chickens and get it out before you get service.
And get it right out.
Come on, man. Stop all that madness,
right about that one,
Stop all that madness, dude. Hey, we got a head banger tonight. We got a real true dude coming on. Chris Redman.
Yes, sir.
I know you think, man, I heard of that name. I bet you did.
I bet
you have. Legendary Status is the name of the show. Speaks for itself.
Absolutely.
Let's go and get it rocking and rolling. Let's see here. Social media. You guys know the deal. www.markandwillshow.com. All of the stuff. We talking about Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. You already know you're on it right now. If you're on here, make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button. Sure, do all you got to do like that.
Season.
But I'm going to tell you, man, I downloaded about 10 podcasts last night. I was back behind. I was like, whoa, man. I still ain't done this week, so I'm going to wait till this weekend. But wow.
Working.
Well, I'm like, man, what's going on? And this is after I talk about what I did, but all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, hey, check it out.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Enjoy all that good stuff. FNC, I definitely will be hitting, doing the email, see what we can do. When we're going to go ahead and tape that so we can get something down so we can go ahead and start doing it and downloading it or whatever on Friday so people can see it. We understand that football season is among us. So we'll go ahead and do it. It's going to be a little tricky. We'll do something. You know what I'm saying? Even
Right.
if it's like short abbreviation shows,
Mhm.
1 or 2 topics, that might be something to do. 1 or 2, 3 topics at
Yeah.
the most. You know,
Yeah,
and all that
right,
kind of
right.
stuff. So like 20, 30 minutes, whatever, 20, fine, whatever. And so we can continue to do that. You know, it's not going to stop. We're just going to rock and roll with that, without a
Absolutely
doubt.
Yes, we are.
Real quick, what's up, Shan? How you doing?
What up?
How you doing? How you doing? Let's see. April Smith, love that hat. Go Stellas. It's gotta be family, man.
I have no idea.
Gotta be family. Smith, April Smith.
April Smith.
Make sure you subscribe, big time. Mom, what's going on?
What up, Mom?
All right, so this is coming. Before you know it, it's coming with a head banger, big time. This game, I'm telling you. Go ahead, Mark. Tell me it's coming, bro.
I promise you, it's coming. It's crazy because bruh's not playing. It's coming, and I cannot wait for this because I got to hear bruh on these sticks and see him play. It's great to be entertaining, y'all. Subscribe to that channel, please.
Yes.
Go subscribe to that channel. Y'all just don't know how much fun we really have on this
YouTube channel, Mark Will. Hey, adult special. Come on and join
Absolutely.
us. All that kind of stuff. Play with us or just watch us play. Whatever
Right.
you got to do.
Absolutely.
Because I'm telling you, I'm going to get that no-hitter. The show, MLB, came close last night. Man, I came close. I came close with my Braves against the Yankees and stuff like that. Oh, man. No, last night I played the Mets. I went ahead and did the real
You
schedule.
did the real schedule.
Yeah, I did the real schedule. I'm like, man, 1 out away from a shutout. Got the big head, and they went ahead and bombed and got me one. But that's all right. I paid them back. That's all good,
Right.
though. So, you know, hey, love and fun. And don't forget, hey, don't worry about it, man. I'm still doing you. But, you know,
Right.
baseball's my thing, too. So, love that. Big time. Hey, don't forget, Chris Redman will be here on the show, basically, at about 8:30. Chime in. We're going to get into it. What's going on. Catch up. You know, assistant coach from Cal. So we're going to see what's going on. And also, you know, we got to dibble down in the history, back down the history lane.
Yes, sir.
With my dog. So, hey, without a doubt. So let's go on and get in. Ooh, nope. Trick you. You know what? Something we talked about yesterday after the show. DuPont Men's athletic director accused of firing baseball coach over son not playing on varsity team, getting reps, doing all this kind of stuff, because apparently he did his freshman year a little bit. So, you know, hey, all you got to do is just go on Twitter, type this up.
Yeah.
You will see the letters,
Yes.
all this kind of stuff.
And,
Woo!
Yeah.
We're not going to spend a lot on this, but we're going to spend a little bit on this right now. You know what? It's really sad that you have to use your power, and he's not the only one. And I'm not saying he's the only, president. And actually, you know what? I'll take it back. I'm so sorry. This is how real we are on this show. This is how real we are.
So you got to correct this one.
Yeah. He's a problem too. Don't get me wrong. He's a problem too. Dude's a problem, right? Dude's a problem.
He said he's a problem too. That's what we're talking about right now.
No, let's talk about you. You're the problem. And for all you English teachers and stuff like that, I think I spelled that principle right. Yeah. So I'm sorry, AD, you in trouble too. Because at the end, you went here, you didn't say anything, you didn't protect that coach. You went here and just took it on the chin and was like, okay, that's silent.
Right.
And then gonna hit the dude later on and say, well, you know, you probably need to do what he's gonna do, but your career's gonna be messed up.
Exactly.
You need to go too.
Yep.
And I ain't seen that a lot. You need to go also. I hate to say that, but you know, you gotta protect the people.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
you know.
embarrassing.
And I'm gonna tell you what, it's some great coaches at Manual. Man, we've been corresponding with them, man. There's some great coaches, man. Got great athletes. We already know academics is hard none. That's top notch.
Great.
You know, I used to teach my cousin, man, when you went, they would have the man. They didn't have it, you know what I'm saying? Man, you go back and forth. We was before that time. You know, yeah, it might have been there like his last year was when they was getting it, so he didn't get all the grooves.
Right.
That's okay. But hey, man, that's kind of sad.
Yes, very much so sad.
if that is true, and if the stuff is true as far as what I've read, that's not good business.
No, it's embarrassing to the school too.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's like now, if you don't get rid of the principal, what coach gonna want to coach there?
Exactly. But if you do get rid of that principal, get rid of the AD too.
Yeah.
Trickle it on down the line.
Sorry, I hate to say that, and I feel sorry. But speaking of that, as we go to baseball tomorrow, we got April Brooks coming on the show tomorrow. She's Jefferson County Public School AD. So this would be good to talk about. Maybe not this specific thing, but like what if you have a case like this, do y'all have any role in it, or is it solely with who's over that thing?
That's a good question.
So all that. Let's get to baseball.
Tuesday, August 16th. Hit you with the scores from yesterday. Red Sox beat Pittsburgh 5-3. Atlanta beat the Mets 5-0. Milwaukee beat the Dodgers 5-4. Philly beat the Reds 11-4. Miami beat Padres 4-3. Cubs beat Nationals 7-5. Rays beat the Yankees 3-1. Baltimore beat Blue Jays 4-2. Detroit took care of the Guardians 4-3. Twins beat KC 9-0. St. Louis beat the Rockies 5-4. A's beat Texas 5-1. White Sox beat Houston 4-3. Seattle beat the Angels 8-2. Giants beat the Diamondbacks 2-1.
Why you sound like Curtis Blow over there?
Another banger.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up, break down.
Oh, shoot. He's stupid. Today, Wednesday, August 17th. You got games actually on right now. Red Sox and Pittsburgh. Red Sox is up 3-2. Top of the 5. Atlanta is currently losing to the Mets 1-0. At the bottom of the 3rd, Yankees is down to the Rays 1-0. In the 4th, the Guardians is up on Detroit 1-0. Top of the 4th. St. Louis is up on the Rockies 2-0. Top of the 2nd. A's in Texas 0-0. Top of the 1st. 0-0 with White Sox in Houston. Top of the 1st. Now you got games that actually happened earlier. The Reds beat Phillies 1-0. Cubs beat the Nationals 3-2. Twins beat KC 4-0. Blue Jays beat Baltimore 6-1. Seattle beat Angels 11-7. Padres beat Miami 10-3. Dodgers beat Milwaukee. No, I lied. That game ain't came on yet. 8-10. Diamondbacks and Giants at 49-45.
Hey, don't let it stop, man. Hey, if you don't get on here and start rapping the scores, I love it, bro. Let's go. Whatever's going to get it, let's go. Let's get it. All right, look. Let's go on and get the scoreboard real quick. Actually, it's Wednesday. You know how we're going to do. We're going to do the bottom feeders, the garbage of the garbage, hot, heated mess that gets collected tomorrow in my neighborhood. So, American League East, you got the Boston Red Sox, which is, I can't believe this, 14 games behind the Yankees, but actually 58 and 59. If it was probably in another division, to be right there, especially in the Central, American League Central. You have the Detroit Tigers, 18 games behind the Guardians with 45 and 74 record. In the West, you have the Oakland A's, 42 and 75, 32 and a half games behind. Lord Jesus. Oh my goodness, that don't even sound right, bro.
Yeah,
National League East, you have the Washington Nationals 37 games back with only 39 wins for the season. Who did you even play? In the Central, you got the Pittsburgh Pirates 45 and 71, 19 and a half game behind the Cardinals. And just one game behind the mighty Red Stockings. In the West, you have the Colorado Rockies 30 and a half games behind the Dodgers. And that's right there. Brought you by 828 of Pearl. And one thing I want to say, Money Mike, get your money. Rookie got extension basically. I ain't going to say extension. They signed him 8 years, $72 million. Actually, they made off like the Bandits, only going to pay him $9 million a year. But, hey, they'll let you know when you bring up a rookie a month ago and he's doing something. Come on, let's go.
You got to.
Let's get it. Let's get it. So love that big time, without a doubt. And speaking of the baseball, Guess who done commented? And we haven't seen him in a long time. What's up, LaJuan? How you doing? I've been watching and waiting on the big screen. Going to be a good show, fellas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Glad you was able to join. I know I talked to him earlier, actually last week and late last week, and we was talking about it. I hear you, man. Thank you, LJ Ray. We got to get you back on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about your Dolphins.
Yes, sir.
With all that speed. We got to talk to you about that, bro. Coming up real quick. Let's go on and get tonight's game. It's game tonight. Yeah, it is WNBA.
WNBA tonight is Wednesday. The Liberty and Sky is on right now.
Okay.
First quarter, the Liberty is up 14-12.
Okay.
Then you got the 10 o'clock game, which is Vegas and Phoenix.
So tomorrow we'll definitely go over the games. Tell y'all some stars of the games and things like that. Tomorrow they got some more. We'll cover that.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, it's playoff time.
Yes,
so,
it is.
It's all good. So sit tight for the people just joining. Chris Redman will be on about 8:30. We'll go ahead and rock and roll with that. But you got the two best in the city.
Yes, sir.
Doing it right now. So let's go on and get into some little NFL discussions.
Yes, sir.
Real quick. Chargers safety Derwin James agreed to a 4-year, $76.4 million extension, which makes him the highest paid. You know what? Basically, who's next is going to be the highest.
Yes, it's all it is.
Unless you're not good and you're probably going to get cut.
Right. That's all it is. Who's next?
I mean, they just go back and forth, bro.
Because he see what Chicago got. He's like, I need two more.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what they do. But this make you happy?
Right.
Yeah, this make me happy. Right. You talking about how much is guaranteed, though?
Exactly.
That's the piece, man. But congratulations on that, Darren.
Get your money, brother.
Remember, he got injured and things like that a couple years ago or something. So it's good to see him go ahead and get that mean green.
Oh, you reduce.
Right. You better with all that talent and stuff.
Right.
Jets. Wilson had his knee scoped. I know he's already had the MRI, and I think it's not as serious. When you constantly losing offensive linemen and all kind of stuff like that, man.
First off,
don't sign with them again. If you can make it, if you can make it through your rookie, don't sign with them no more.
First off, that was his fault. He's out there trying to shake and bake instead of sliding. You want to do all the little work. You are not Vic, Lamar, none of them, dude. Slide, brother.
What he said.
Golly.
You set yourself up for failure.
Right. It's a preseason game.
Yeah, bro. You know what's so funny, man? You got all these rookies out there, bro. Rookies and second-year players. You got to have them out there because they ain't do nothing.
Exactly.
So, they're like, man, y'all don't get y'all reps.
Yeah, most definitely going to get them.
You're going to get y'all reps. All right, so yesterday, now this is about yesterday, so we got both of them on there. Hold on. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go right here. Bring Hercules down a little bit.
Jeez.
He's flexing so much.
Right. He
went through there. He went through the screen and stuff. What's going on with him? That's your guy. Flexing and stuff like that, dude. That's what he's doing, all that lifting and stuff. So we went to social media and things like that. So let's see exactly what people had voted on this one. And James Harrison moves on, knocks off Brooks. They agreed with brother over here. So, hey, man, you out of there. You out of there, boy. You out of there. So, all right, let's get James out of there. Let's see. Let me change this.
Yeah, because they brought back the Marcus back.
Yeah, he tried to. They tried to get the Marcus and all that. That's over with. You done did your thing. So let's go to the next one. And let's see what we got here. Should be a goodie. Yes. Boy, the Steelers is everywhere. Steelers are everywhere. Urlacher versus Joey Porter. The Birds. 5-4. 54 in the building versus 55. 54. Oh my God. He was a 6'5" middle linebacker. Ran like a dirt. Joey Porter trying to knock everybody out off the end. All that kind of stuff like that. Go ahead, Still a Nation. What your thought on this?
I like Joey. Joey was good. Joey was cool.
Yeah, he was.
But Earl Liker was different. The hell?
It was a unicorn.
Yeah, nah, I'm proud of Earl Liker.
He was a unicorn. He was a unicorn.
Earl Liker was something else.
He was different breed.
You know, I got respect for him when he popped up when Jerome Bettis ran him over. I said, shoot, my fault, big fella. I was in the way. Nah, but Earl Liker was different. Though. He was a hell of a player, dude. Nah, I gotta go with Earl Liker with this one. He was different.
To me, I mean, yeah, he would. I agree with you. I gotta go with Earl Liker.
Earl Liker with this situation.
But you know, what was it? Did he hurt his neck? What was it? It was something
It was
that got forced him out.
Yeah.
But he still, you know, because I think he only did 8 years or so, something like
And
that.
it's crazy how the
And
middle
he's Hall of Fame.
linebackers does that. Yep.
Hall of Fame.
And middle linebackers do.
All
All
of
of them
them.
get hurt, dude.
Going up in,
Yeah.
making them tackles and stuff. So hey, man, yeah, I'm with you on that one. I got you. I'm with you, brother, on that one. I'm just gonna see. I wanted to see if that Steelers was gonna shine again tonight.
Hell no, it was Joey. He just knocked my fault. He just knocked me.
No, you good. No, we already something. We good.
He said, okay.
We already good. Yeah. And plus, I know how to go ahead and cut and do all of whatever needs to happen. But anyway, NBA news, scoreboard. But NBA news: Lakers signed LeBron James, 2-year, $97 reasons, $1 million deal.
It's something. It's 2 year
With an
deal.
option. With an option.
Yeah, it's 2 year deal. Something with that. Something he think he's slick. Kyrie's coming. Something got to be done for him to sign that 2 year extension.
And that was a quick one for him.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's something with that. There's something going on behind the scenes we don't know. Somebody else is going to LA because you ain't staying with LA with that team that you got there now.
You need to do something.
I mean, and then the players you brought in. I mean,
Plus, I like it. I like the 2 year. Really, I wish you would go ahead and just do a 1 year deal. I know the Lakers fans and the Lakers would not like it. Just because it's 1 year. Man, you gotta. Hey, man, we know what the deal is. We know that people are bouncing and rocking and rolling. So, hey, if they want to go ahead and give you that much money, almost $50 million a year, hey,
Right.
bro, get it.
might as well.
You'll be 40 when it's done. Something like
Something
that.
like that. Yep.
And then, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm telling y'all, they trying to chase that dream.
Yes, they are.
Ronnie had that nice little dunk, you know what I'm saying? And they blowing it up,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm telling you, if they can work a deal out, he's trying to become the first father son to play in an NBA game or make a roster together.
Yep.
It ain't gonna be make no roster. Y'all picking Bronny, right?
Right.
But you know what? If I was one of them teams, I would be blocking like, come here.
Come here.
I'll be petty like that.
Give me Bronny. I would.
What you want from Bronny? Well, first of all, you know he's G League material.
I'll take
So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna need cash and we're gonna need a whole bunch of players. Even though he ain't like it, but still, he's trying to make that deal though. Ain't nobody silly.
Is.
Ain't nobody silly. Everybody knows what's going on with that, bro. So hey, do you, man? I mean, he's in the chamber.
Absolutely.
He's in the chamber. You know what I'm saying? He's fit. He's got everything going on. Billionaire type. Hey, man, do you, man?
Basically.
All your friends is eating.
Everybody.
Yeah, man. That's how. Hey, that's the script. He did it, man. Yeah, nobody can hate on it, man. He did it. Lakers retiring Pau Gasol's jersey on March the 7th, I think it is. I know it was good.
Yeah, he was good.
It was good, but I'm like,
I think that's a loyal thing.
It has to be because
that's a loyal thing.
I'm gonna have to see who else jerseys retire. I mean, it's a lot of them jerseys retire.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, if somebody, what I'm about to do a little research just to see the retired, so I can see the names.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, Paul was good, and Paul was part of them winning them championships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when Shaq left and all that kind of stuff like that. So that's not a dig against him, but I just got to see the list.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he got two with him. So I think that's a loyal thing. They loyal to him, man.
You got to see.
They loyal to that guy. That gotta be what it is.
Yeah, I got to see that. I got to see.
So it ain't like he's the top 10 Laker.
Oh no. No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, sir. I don't know. He ain't even top 20 probably. Like,
right. Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, when you look into it, I mean, because if James Worthy's number ain't up there, something's problem. It probably is. I'm just saying.
Right.
You know, but I gotta look and see what's going on.
Yeah, most
That's
definitely.
all I'm saying. Everybody don't be crazy. That's
right.
all I'm saying.
Talking about Willis.
You know what, man? You know, he was this. What's up, John? How you doing? What's going on? What's up, brother Bump?
Bob.
Yes, sir. Waiting on his son, talking about LeBron. You know that's right. What's up, sis? How you doing, D? Yeah, he is. And he's going to take care of that bot, boy. They mummified him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro.
Right.
He's on that good stuff, bro.
Right.
You know, stuff you ain't never heard of.
Yep, you ain't lying.
And that's what it's going to be about. Simmons in 76 reached settlement over the $20 million. So when he was sitting out, they was taking him coin.
Yeah, take his money from him. Absolutely.
I was trying to see how much what the settlement was. I couldn't even see it.
Sure was.
But I mean, how much you ain't played the past 2 years.
Thank
basically.
you.
So one year you got that money, got them coins. So
you actually thought you deserved that money? Then you might not play again this year.
But then also, true. And plus, what you do is going to make teams like, okay, let's go ahead and reevaluate this mental health stuff that you was claiming, which would be sad if they did that because you just never know what the next person's going through.
Right.
Kind of depression, bipolar, schizophrenic, anything like that. You just never know, especially depression and things and stuff like that, and
right.
PTSD. Mm-hmm. So I hope not, but ain't no telling what that language is going to start looking in contracts because of Ben Simmons.
Yep.
Because they didn't believe him.
No, I don't believe him. You just kept using it too many times. They
believe him, and for him to try to get them coins, man, you probably owe them money.
Yes, he do.
But hey, one day we'll find out what it is. Sure. One day we'll find out. We don't know what it is, but one day, right? What you said.
This guy, he ain't gonna play this year.
Real quick, man. Let me break it down a little bit. College football is among us. You guys already know. Top 25 already got Alabama voted number 1 in the preseason.
Of course.
No one is shocked with this one at all. So, right now they got Alabama number 1, Ohio State number 2, number 3, Georgia, the defending champions. 4, Clemson. I guess they're making a return. 5, Notre Dame is back on the scene. 6, Texas A&M. All that green they done dished out. 7, Utah. Wow.
Right.
8, Michigan. 9, Oklahoma. 10, Baylor. Bears is back. 11, Oregon. 12, Oklahoma State. 13, NC State. They think they're going to rock and roll. 14, USC. 15, Michigan State. 16, the U is back. 17, Pittsburgh. 18, Wisconsin. 19, Arkansas. 20, the Kentucky Wildcats is in there. 21, Ole Miss. 22, Wake Forest. 23, the Bearcats. They must have lost a lot. 24, Houston. 25, BYU.
BYU, brother.
Not surprised. Ohio State did get 6 first place votes, and Georgia got 3. Alabama got 54. I mean, they always gonna put them up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Along with Ohio State, I mean,
right.
The same. Georgia just to get up there. They lost a lot of their defense, so it'll be interesting to see. Clemson, they had a bad year last year. I think they was friends, top 25 at the end, but it's going to be very interesting to see them bounce back. Their coach is complaining about the NIL and, bro, you already get, what I'm saying? You already get elite talent, but now it's like, so everybody else can get some too?
Right.
Man.
That sucks.
Let me take my ball and go home.
Selfish.
Yeah, they greedy, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, so
Alabama, even the old boy was complaining about it.
Right.
He was definitely complaining about it. But he's like, bro, so cheating. It's so funny. Because a lot of these schools got some big companies and everything that will chuck out and really love football.
Mm-hmm.
And they going to be buying players.
Right.
I mean, say what you want to say.
Sure, you ain't lying.
Right. And that's across the board. Hey, I saw what LeBron was talking about. His son is shutting down the recruiting thing or something, and Jalen said, "Hey, he's going for that bag.
Yep,
You got to pay him."
you got to pay them. You're gonna have to pay them.
Please,
Period.
please, y'all don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. Stop the madness. Stop the madness. For real, stop the madness. Don't be dumb.
What's up?
What's up, Chris?
How
How
you
you doing?
doing?
Doing good. How y'all doing?
Doing
Good.
fine. Let me go on and
Awesome, man.
go ahead and bring you in. Right now, we
All
got
right.
Chris Redman, Christian Academy assistant coach. The thing about it is, I could not put everything on there, Chris, because you know what I'm saying. Former Hell great, former Louisville great, NFL veteran, champion, Super Bowl champion, all that kind of great stuff, man. Thank you for joining us today, Chris.
Man, you're saying too much good stuff, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem. I used to tell Mark. Mark always used to set me up and say, man, who are the top? What is it? Top five male bulldogs? I'm past 92, and I'm like, bruh. At the time my father was living, and I said, man, I can't say stuff because he gonna get on me. Then I say stuff, then the youngsters is gonna get on me. I'm like, man, there's so much talent that came out of male, and we gonna get on that a little bit later because I definitely got some things to bring up on that. But let's get to Cal, and how long have you been there, Chris?
Man, this is my second year kind of coaching over there. My son's a sophomore. He's a receiver. He got his mom speed. Dad was slow, so he's got some good hands and got some speed. So it's been fun. We got a great coaching staff. Hunter Cantwell's done an incredible job. He's the head coach. He's got years in the league, and then we Keith Tobridge, Doug Beaumont. We got a lot of great coaches over that on that staff it's a lot of fun to be around and got a pretty good little team. So it's been fun. It keeps me busy and just enjoy being around those kids and trying to give back and help out a little bit.
Chris, so did y'all take all the University of Louisville players? I mean, is that what that is? Is that all the former Louisville players? I mean, dang, man.
Yeah, it is. We got 6 guys that's got NFL experience on our coaching staff. So it's a unique staff and I think a lot of people are looking on a different way. We got a really great offense and a great place to learn football. So it's things are on the rise at Christian Academy right now. So it's fun to be a part of it.
So, Chris, what? Let me ask you this: what kind of style of offense do you guys run at Cal?
It's pretty much the same thing I ran in college. It's Bobby Petrino's offense. I actually ran it in Atlanta too, and so did. It's very very similar to what we did back then. It's a lot. We said FTS, feed the stud. Get your athletes the ball and good opportunities and let them run. And so that's kind of what we do. And it's definitely you don't just show up and play. It's a lot of studying, a lot of work off the field. But the kids are picking it up great. And we got some good players and got a quarterback that's I think will be pretty tough. So that's kind of what you need in this offense is a guy that can distribute the ball, and I think we got that.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Um, what class are y'all in, Chris?
It's 3A, yeah, class 3A division, and yeah, our quarterback, his name's Cole Hodge. He'll be a junior this year, and he's already had a couple D1 offers, so he's going to be one of the better ones in the state.
I know that's good, man. I mean, I've been hearing some great stuff, and actually been over there, the field and all the great facilities and things like that. Let me ask you this, Chris: how many? What's the numbers like for you guys? You got you got about 50, 60, 70. How many players y'all got on y'all varsity level?
Well, I think this is one of their biggest teams they've had in the past few years. They got 3 guys that showed up. Doesn't sound like a lot compared to St. X Trinity and Mail and everything, but for a 3A school, that's a pretty good number. And we're not really going to scare anybody getting on the bus. We're not really big, but there's some there's good talented players that are on the team, and they're going to show up and play well.
So how about the shock and awe when like I said, that staff that you're talking about that you're among, I'm pretty sure even if the kids didn't know some of the guys, I'm sure their parents did and probably sat them down and told them about it. To be trained by former, like you said, NFL players, college players playing at the elite. How receptacle is that? I mean, it should be great, but like after getting over that shock and awe, how is it going with the guys?
Yeah, I think the kids appreciate. I appreciate having a coach that's actually been there before, and like not one of those guys that just kind of like a book nerd or something like that, trying to tell me how to play football. So I was always kind of the guy that appreciated a guy that's been in the trenches and the war together, and like so I think they appreciate that, and we break out some old highlight film every once in a while to show them what's up. And but for the most part, I think they respect us, and we treat them like, like anybody else. We're gonna, we'll let them know when they do something wrong, and when they do something right, we'll let them know what they did right. So, I think that's a big part of coaching is not yelling at kids; it's teaching them what they did wrong to improve that. And so, there's a lot of knowledge there. I think that there's a lot of coaching that goes on and a lot of teaching, and I think the kids really appreciate that.
Yeah, without a doubt. So I know you said giving back, and that's one of the reasons I guess coaching, and you got your son who's a receiver. So what kind of style of coaching are you, man? I mean, are you Bob Trino, John L? Are you your father, the legendary
And
Bob?
my dad's a legend, and Bobby, they're all everybody's a little different. I think I kind of put my own little special sauce on my coaching style. I try to be pretty relaxed, laid back. But there's a time you got to get on them. But I think for the most part, I just like to have fun with the kids and to just teach them a little bit more than maybe I got taught at that age. It's we put a lot of things on them. We teach them about defense, and so they understand what they're getting into, and so I think to have a guy that's like I said, played on Monday Night Football before to kind of help you out with coverages and teach them stuff that maybe I didn't know at that age to give them a little bit of extra help. I think it's been good, and I think they appreciate it.
So you already mentioned the quarterback, and you can say it again. Who are some of the other players that maybe people don't know about, but they soon will know about from Cal?
Yeah. Well, our quarterback, his name is Cole Hodge, and he's got a brother, Connor Hodge, who's a year younger than him. That's a great player as well on both sides. A lot of these kids are gonna have to play in 3A, play a lot of both sides of the ball. And then we got a receiver slash his name's Justin. His dad's actually one of the assistant athletic directors over at U of L, and he's already getting some college looks. We got a kid in the middle that plays a running back and slash middle linebacker. His name's Gavin Copenhagen. He's a very good player and probably the leader on our team. So we got some good players. We open up South Odom this Friday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to talk about it. I got my own television show with my dad, Dion Branch, and Ken Taylor on Wave 3 about Game On. So we're going to talk about the games, and excited to have a fun year.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, without a doubt. Make sure you tell Coach Redman I said hello. But
Absolutely.
speaking of your dad, so let's go on and get into some of the past. Chris, how old were you when you started playing football?
Oh man, I kind of grew up on the side. My dad was coaching. I don't even remember how old I was. I was very young. I love football. He never pressured me to play, and I never pressured my son, who really didn't play here, seventh, eighth grade year until he started playing football. I was playing football in Pee Wee leagues at Hikes Point Lobos, all the way up, and we fortunately had a great high school team. Won a state championship year, and we were actually a top 10 high school team in the country. My senior year got upset, but we had a lot of fun, broke a lot of records, and man, I'm still really close to a lot of those guys like Danny Mosby and Ivan, Don Bibb, and Rashad Holman. Saw him the other day, and so we try to stay in contact. And it was a special group back then, and I think one of the best groups state of Kentucky in a long time, and so it was a lot of fun to be a part of it.
Yeah, it definitely was. I don't know how close you knew that Chris was a freshman when I was a senior at Male, and pretty much I think you went to passing league freshman year, and you must have been lights out because going to the varsity, everybody's like, it's this guy named Chris Redman who's really good, and we was having some quarterback problems, and we was like, Remy Washburn got hurt. LaJuan Ray, who's actually watching this, was the quarterback. I love him. He's my brother. He's one of the worst quarterbacks we've had. So we wanted you to come up, and we just couldn't get you there. Did you think you'd have been ready to play your freshman year, Chris?
I remember warming up on the sidelines when we were playing as a freshman, and I was scared to death. I was like, man, I hope they don't put me in there, but I thought I was going. So I'm glad they didn't, because I probably wasn't ready my freshman year.
Right.
But my sophomore year, we kind of all came together or whatever, and there's a lot of younger kids for that year, and so yeah, we just kind of had to grow up early and got thrown into the wolves, and we figured it out. But man, freshman year, I got in a couple of games. I think with a touchdown pass, I think against Atherton or somebody, but it was fun to be a part of it. But I think that maturity and growing, I was a little bitty dude back then. I'm a little bigger now, but it was a lot of fun, and I just really enjoyed, all you guys and all my teammates and everything else, and just had a blast with old Vinny, Anthony, and everybody else was awesome.
Right, right. And the thing about it, I want to ask you this real quick, and then we'll go up to U of L. Do you ever sit back, man? Because the games the games you was having at Mail, the numbers you was putting up. Mm-hmm. Do you ever sit back and was like, man, I was torching. I mean, the scores was like 80-7. And granted, don't get me wrong, the team you was with, you had a lot of talent with you. I think it was 6 or 7 D1 players that went your senior year or something like that or more. Do you ever sit back? What you say, Chris?
14.
14.
14 kids. It was amazing. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Do you ever sit back and be like, man, hey, man, because you was doing some crazy numbers, and then there was a kid in Leslie County that was doing some crazy numbers at the same time.
Yeah, that was a great time. I was very blessed, man. I was lucky to have so many great players around me to build me up, and nobody was there was no superstars on the team. It was like kind of we all did it together. We were all, and so we still are, I guess I got a lot of the credit sometimes where I probably shouldn't, and so I really, guys like Ivan Green who just were incredible players, and if they would have had like that H back in offense back then, he probably still be playing. It was so good, and just very lucky to have a great team, great coaching staff, and you look back and to throw a national record touchdown passes and actually still have a record that for 8 touchdown passes and a half, did it twice. That record still holds today, which is kind of amazing. That was a long time ago, so very very blessed to be a part of some great teams like that, and so I try not to think about it, but sometimes it's hard not to, because it was a special group of guys, and I was very fortunate to be right in the middle of it.
Not everybody, like what you did was remarkable. You always will be a Louisville Male great. You know what I'm saying? Hall of Famer, all whatever need to throw. Not only did you do that, so then you go to college, Chris, and you first commit to Illinois. And then I think it was a coach's change or something like that. Then you end up going to Louisville, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I was a national player the year in high school, so pretty much go anywhere I wanted to, and I wanted to go to Louisville. My dad and grandfather both played at Louisville. I wanted to be a third generation, so right before I was about to commit to Louisville, Howard Schnellenberger left, and went to Oklahoma, and so I didn't. My second choice was Illinois, because I 7-on-7s. Greg Landry was the offensive coordinator, and I felt very comfortable up there. And and when so my second choice was Illinois, and then the day after I signed, they fired the offensive coordinator. The reason I went up there, and AD mistakenly told my dad that, and so we said, hey man, make sure we're going to probably leave. You make sure years back, and we won't, make a big stink of it, whatever. And that's what happened. So I was the second guy in NCAA history to sign a letter of intent, and then to get out of it and get off 5 years back or 4 years back. And the other guy was Allen Houston when Wade Houston went to Tennessee. So I was very lucky to get back out of that and passed up some incredible schools, Michigan and Tennessee and Miami, teams that won championships, to stay home in Louisville. So I think people over time, really appreciated. Louisville at the time didn't have the facilities they do now, so that was a hard thing to go. I mean, pretty much a commuter school. I was passing up, 110,000, stadiums, seat stadiums to stay home, and I think, over time people really appreciated that I was from Louisville and I wanted to represent Louisville in the best way. And at the time, it wasn't a big football school. We were in the Conference USA, and so it was a hard decision. But I'm so glad I did it, and I think the school is really grown. It's been fun to be just a small building block of where it is now.
Right. That was great. I remember that. John L. and like I said, Bob Petrino. You guys was putting up some amazing numbers. And what I was getting at is like not everybody can do like put up amazing, ridiculous numbers in high school and put up ridiculous numbers in college. I mean, you was like if you game out there, Chris. I mean, you was.
Well, our defense, they were really good when I first got there with Ron Cooper, and we had Tyrus McLeod and Sam Madison, great defense. And then we lost a lot of guys, and our defense, wasn't the best in the world, so we kind of had to score a lot of points, and so which was fun for us. We all kind of hated Coach John Ells. He was like first one to 50 wins, and so like our PlayStation or something. So we'd go out there. So a lot of fun and yeah, when I graduated to have to lead NCAA was really cool. And the Johnny Unitas Award coming out of college was very special because he's from Louisville and he's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. So got to be around him and got the chance to be around more in Baltimore when I drafted there.
Speaking of that, man, how was that feeling, Chris, to get your dreams? I'm speaking for you, but to go to the NFL, get drafted, how was that, man? Just that draft night day.
Yeah, you kind of pinch yourself, and you're kind of, I can't believe I'm here, but to be honest, draft day for me was miserable because I thought I was going to go in the first round. I didn't go to the third round. Right. Turns out it was the place. They had a Super Bowl team. Now they the best offense in the world when I got to ball. Our offense was way better in college than it was in the NFL. But we had an amazing defense with Ray Lewis. Being a part of a Super Bowl was an experience I'll never forget. And so that was an interesting journey, going from a high octane offense to a just control the ball, let our defense win was a different mentality for me. But I got a chance to resurrect that my offense a little bit when I went down to Atlanta, and I got to throw it around a lot more with Bobby P when he was down. And so I had a 9-year career. Should have been 11. I had a couple years off for having a couple surgeries, but all in all, I just to be able to play anything professionally is amazing. The odds, you look back at the statistics to make it to NFL or any professional are so low, and there's a lot of things got to go your way too. I mean, there's injuries that happen. Heck, I was in Atlanta and dang dogfight helped me get with Michael Vick and all that situation helped me get on the field there. A lot of things kind of have to go your way. So it's a tough business, but I'm very proud of what I got a chance to do.
Let me ask you this real quick. How was that practice in Baltimore when you had a face Ray in them? I mean, how was wow.
That's arguably the best defense ever. 2000 Ravens, and I was on a scout team, so every day I had to go up against those dudes. He was just such a special player because he worked hard as a quarterback would, and the first day of practice, you think you can get a screen off, you'd already know by formation what play you're going to run walking up to the line of scrimmage, and it's a credit to how hard he worked, and how great he was. I was very fortunate to be around Red. Got to see him this year. He came in for the Derby, got a Derby, which was a lot of fun. Uh, and he's just a special, one of the best motivators I've ever been around.
Wow, that's good stuff.
Yes.
Mark, you got anything?
That you hit him with that one because I wanted to know the same thing, how it was being around Ray Lewis.
Yeah, that's special. That's definitely in all the years that you did.
He was a super person, man. He used to let me go hunting by his house, and so I'd come over to his house after practice or something like that, and we would go over there and do a little hunt and hang out. He's just a great person, and everyone got better by being around him because he would get the best out of you. So I never thought a man dancing would get me hype. And he called it the squirrel. He'd come out and do a squirrel dance, and like, we all just went nuts. And like, it was, an amazing player. Very lucky to be able to be on a team with him, and we had a lot of fun.
Oh, big time! I love it. Let me ask you this real quick because a lot of kids want things now. You know what I'm saying? They microwave society want now. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some of them don't want to put in their work. Some of them do. That experience that when you was the second quarterback behind what's his name? Atlanta.
Oh, Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. How does that experience?
Yeah.
How does that experience allow you to talk to these kids and say, hey, I did it at the highest level.
Sure.
You know.
You got to
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris.
You got to find out every person on a team has got a role, and your role may be the starter, it may not be the starter, but you got to find a way to help a team. In that point in my career, I had a couple surgeries. I got back by worked my butt off, but at the same time, I had to figure out how do you help a team the best. And when Matt came in, he was young, and so I kind of took that veteran role and kind of and it was all about the team. And I tell kids all the time now, it's like don't I know it's great. I mean, you want to be out there and start and this and that, whatever. But if you put the team first, good things will happen. And I think I'm a prime example of doing that, especially my NFL career. I played a long time. I played football till I was 35 years old, which is hard to do. I mean, you see guys now like Tom Brady throwing 45. You think it's just so uncommon. Typical NFL is 3 years as a lifespan for an NFL player. So to play to be 35 and be in a locker room was amazing. And I think and I always try to put the team first. I think that's something kids out there are probably getting away from a little bit just because of social media and everybody me.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with going out there and waiting your turn, getting your opportunity, doing what's best for the team. You'll get work hard enough, you'll get your chance, and that's what you got to do is take advantage of your opportunity.
Hey, Chris, let me ask you this: being that former player at a high level, and we're sticking with high school. What is one thing if you could change that's in the high school as far as rules or whatever about that goes on? What would you change to make it better?
I don't know, man. I have so many great memories of high school, and I think sometimes I think people this whole the recruiting world has gotten so social media bound, and it's all about getting pictures in jerseys and like, which I know that's a part of it, but just enjoy the now, enjoy like high school, and like don't get so caught up in college and the next step, because after high school it almost becomes work, and so like I think you really just got to enjoy that time, because I ran out of won a state championship in high school, and I won a Super Bowl in the NFL, and I promise you that high school state championship was just as fun, and because I was with my guy, the love of the game is just so real. And I just feel like some people want to bypass that, and like every second that a Friday night comes by, you got to just enjoy the whole situation, and being in the atmosphere of Friday night is something special, and don't overlook that, because that's where the real true friendships are, and things you'll never forget. And so I try to let people know that high school is just as fun as anything else, and don't get too caught up in steps.
Love it, love it, love it. Chris, you know, really appreciate you joining us today.
Absolutely.
We know your laundry list is long. You got a lot of stuff to do. And I have watched you guys show, you, your father, Deion Branch, who I used to love watching, catch them passes, and one of the best receivers I've seen. So that's a great show, and we really appreciate you for joining us. And we wish you nothing but the best at Cal. Actually, we're gonna have to come to some of the games and check you guys out. So thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you so much for having me on. Good luck, guys, and we'll see you around.
All right, thank you, Chris. Hold on, baby.
Yes, sir.
I didn't even want to ask him thank because it's been a long list, man. It'll be here forever. I'm not even gonna do that. Well, you know, Chris probably pressed some time and everything too. But one of the best that ever done it, that wore that purple and gold. One of the best that ever done it, that wore that red, black and white. True professional, true human being. Hey, thank you, Chris.
Appreciate you, Chris.
Hey, tomorrow at the Brooks,
another
it's
one
gonna be on. So hey, check us out. Y'all know how we do things.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.